So there we are, guys. Last game of the season on the road at Torquay United. Wasn't the game you expected, but I tell you what, it was a game that kept you on the edge of your seat for different reasons. But let's say this much: 12 degrees, hazy on the south coast there, a little overcast. It did start out sunny down there today, but the weather changed and so did the game. We'll take you through the game, but I'll tell you what, welcome in all Wrexham fans, worldwide Wrexham fans as well. Hope you enjoyed the game today. I did. Like I say, it wasn't the game that you wanted it to be, but I said we were going to add points at the end of the season. We added points to the total, 111 on the season, so one more point in the bag. And I guess, looking on social, there was a few people thinking that, oh, this is not going to go good. This is not going to go good. We're looking like we're going to lose the game, but it didn't lose the game. We got a point out of it. I'm going to take you through it, but it was a game that was really well contested by Torquay United. I mean, let's face it, they were fighting for their lives. And unfortunately, after this game, if they didn't get the result that they were looking for and get help from Gateshead winning on the road massively, I believe it was 4-0 on the day. Yes, it was 4-0 on the day. And that helped out Torquay United as much as possible. But Torquay needed a win with a couple of goals in it, and they did not get that at the end of the day. You got to say, the game starts off really, really well. Wrexham gets a guard of honour by the complete Torquay team to walk out onto the field. Fantastic that Torquay would do that for the champions. Ben Campwer, champions of the National League, Wrexham AFC 22-23 season. But yeah, it starts out good. Torquay give us a welcome in. Super following down there on the south coast. You could hear the Wrexham fans all game long. Campione, campione, ole, ole, ole. All game long, singing. But Wrexham fans have done it all season, and they've supported the team immaculately well. So as you're driving out of Torquay, or if you're staying down there, have a great couple of days on the coast. If you're going home today, drive carefully and enjoy getting ready for League Two. Remember, we're going to be bringing League Two throughout the summer, and Chelsea game and Man United game promotions and all sorts of promotions for the Wrexham as we move through the summer getting ready for League Two. But staying with the game, well, it really did start pretty well for Wrexham. 5 minutes in, we get a penalty. Paul Mullin steps up, he's standing on the ball. I'm thinking, hey, this could be a good start on the away day. And then Mark Halstead comes up with a decent save. It wasn't the best penalty, it wasn't a bad penalty. I mean, Paulie hit it well, but the keeper gets the connection, pushes it past the post. He goes down left, Paulie's right, and it stays 0-0. Like I say, both teams making chances, both teams creating. You could say in the first half, Wrexham are shading it, but nothing's going in the back of the net. And I mean, Wrexham's playing a very safe game on the road, a really professional game on the road. Some of the passing's not coming off throughout, but Torquay, remember, fighting for their lives, knocking down everything they could, blocking everything they could, shutting down the passing lanes, killing the half spaces, and really making life extra difficult for Wrexham to get in the game. But Wrexham were in the game, and like I say, for the 90 minutes, the Wrexham would be shady in the game. But I'll say this much, give Torquay credit for keeping it 0-0 as we get to half-time. I believed in the second half that we would see goals, and we did indeed. But it wasn't the way you wanted to see it. Torquay taking the lead. A nice tap-in on 55 by Nouble. And we did give you a warning about Nouble. There's another goal for Nouble. Tap-in from about 6 yards. Ben Foster had no chance on the shot. No chance at all. And Ben had a pretty decent game, as did everybody in the Wrexham lineout. I couldn't say for one that one man really shone above the rest of his teammates. I think this was a comprehensive team performance again on the road. We had the passing game going. We didn't look like we were going to be romping to a 6-0 victory today. And once we went down a goal, the game started to change. Torquay still pressed forward, still trying to get more goals. Because remember, they were trying everything to stay alive, because if the decision didn't come in, they were going to get relegated on the day, and they would be getting relegated on the day as of 79 minutes into the game. Gotta say, through ball on the right side, going down the wing. Ollie Palmer connects with it, does some fantastic work on the right side. He's not alone. He's got some busy defenders around him, but he manages to get the ball across. And Elliot Lee, that man Elliot Lee, does it again. Lovely side foot low, and the Wrexham fans in behind went ballistic. That man, 12 goals on the season. Elliot Lee, is he one of your players of the year? Get your Player of the Year votes in, guys. This is the last show we're collecting all the votes. But is Elliot Lee your Player of the Year? Is it Paulie Mullin? Is it Ben Tozer? Is it Ryan Barnett? Who's your man? Who's your Player of the Year? Get them in now down below, guys. You know what to do. You've been here many times. Come on. We're not strangers. Tell me who's your Player of the Year one last time. And if you got him in already from last week, big up to you guys. Fantastic effort. We got bombarded with votes. Let's get bombarded again. And let's say on 92, I was jumping through the roof thinking, it's done. We got the road win. We got the road win. We have the ball in on the net. But unfortunately, it's called back for offside. Now, talking the game itself, it was a cagey game. Torquay, really, I got to say, give them credit. They played and tried their best to stay in this division. But on the day, the draw was not what they needed. They needed the win. And eventually, we would stop them getting that win. We'd get the draw. That goal on 79 basically relegated Torquay out of the National League. They will get back. I'm sure this team will bounce back. But on the day, bear a thought for Torquay United having terrible times. Because let's face it, Wrexham history hasn't always been like it is now, guys. Right now, we're on the ascendancy, going places. Torquay, they're going places, but in the wrong direction. Now, if you're going home and you're driving home, have a great, safe drive. Get ready for League Two. Know that I'm with you all through the summer. We're going to be bringing lots of League Two product, content, and news about what's coming through from other League Two clubs. We're going to get you lined up for the next season. And hopefully, the numbers here build. Keep passing this around, guys. I'll tell you what, this is the best trip. And we're starting on a new venture very soon. You're going to League Two. Whole new load of customers to play against. Whole new load of stadiums to look at and travel to. It's going to be a whole new venture. Getting back into league football, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So throughout the summer, keep it here. Know that I'll keep you in the know, and know that this much. This is one of the greatest stories I've ever known in football. And as I say every week, this is the best story in football. At full time, Torquay won. Wrexham won. Wasn't the game you wanted, but it's another point. It's 111 on the season, and champions Pencampwr of National League are moving to League Two stronger than ever. When we go through the summer, look in for when there's a player acquisition. We'll be bringing you all that news. We'll be bringing you a lot of other news too. Let's face it. Here's some notes for you. The signings, we're going to keep you in touch. We're going to promote Wrexham summer shows all through to League Two, and Wrexham fans join me each week for one little extra for you now. We've followed Wrexham for a long time. And I also follow the Canadian Premier League with Cavalry FC. That's the team where I go to in my media role. I cover the games at Cavalry FC in the Premier League. I'd like you guys to join me in the Premier League each week, get on the shows, and learn about what we got over here in Canada. And guess what? Cavalry FC have got the same colours as Wrexham. Red at home, green on the road. They're going to change that green shirt, and I love that green shirt. But join me each week going through the Canadian Premier League until League Two kicks off, and you'll have plenty of football to go through, and you'll get to know about the Canadian Premier League as well. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe you want to join me. Make it a date for each week to follow through with the Canadian Premier League, and you'll learn something about what I get to cover, and I'll show you on the inside what the media looks like at a professional game in Canada. Guys, enjoy the weekend. If you're on the South Coast having a great time, make it one to remember. If you're driving home or if you're on the train home, please get home safely and get to League Two's first game of the season all intact. And remember, the summer games are coming as well. So it's non-stop action, it's non-stop entertainment, and I herald the ground that Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds walk on, because to me, they're the gods who've supplied the absolute brilliance and given Wrexham the absolute lifeline into the future, and who knows where this was going to finish. Guys, have a great weekend. I've loved every minute of this season. I've loved every minute of every season, but especially this one, because being a champion is something extra special. Guys, get ready for next year. Get ready for the summer. Get ready for the next show. Thank you very much. And remember, like, subscribe, and like. Get into this. Pass it around. Let's go, Wrexham. Cheers.